Hello everyone, this is a quick review of the Omega Seamaster 300 No Time to Die. So there's been a couple of these reviews. Hopefully I touch upon some points that others did not cover. So getting into it, really like this watch. Like others have said, I wish the price was a little bit closer to the regular Seamaster. I bought this used. I probably would not have bought this new at the retail price. Otherwise, I pretty much had every Seamaster. So I had the Bracelet 300M, which I really liked. I had the Casino Royale, which was the coaxial version and slightly thicker. I had the brand new Seamaster, both white and the black. And I must say, when going for a modern one, this one solves a lot of things with the current Seamaster that I didn't fully like. So one thing was, the new one is a really nice watch, but it's a bit flashy. I kind of wanted a little bit, something a little less flashy, a little bit more tooly, and this one kind of ticks that box. Aside from that, there's a few other small differences. So it has the closed case back, which makes it slightly thinner, in addition to the fact that this bezel is kind of slanted down and a little less thick than the current one. So it kind of gives you this illusion of it being even thinner than that, and the fact that this crystal is domed. There's anti-reflective coating on the inside of this. Overall looks very nice. I had the Black Bay 58 and I had the Seamaster, the blue one, and this to me was the combination of both of them. So the color scheme of the Black Bay 58, that brown, red, black looking, with the kind of form factor of the Seamaster. So I would say, going into the negatives now, I will say, yeah, it is harder to read at night. That's not the biggest kind of concern. The loom is really nice. The bezel is loomed. And otherwise, the bracelet, I would say, is not the most comfortable. It is quite a bit more rigid than most mesh bracelets. It's a titanium bracelet. And actually, my wrist is 6.5, 6.7. So when I got the standard length bracelet, this part was coming out all the way up to here. So it created even more separation on my wrist. So I decided to sell the standard size bracelet, and I got this shorter one, which fits a bit better. So in the old one, this extended quite a bit further, so it would create kind of even more separation here. I do recommend the short version for those with smaller wrists. I will say it's still not the best fit because one, it's not fully articulating to the wrist. You could see here it's a bit more rigid than the standard mesh. And additionally, if you're in between sizes, a regular mesh will allow you to adjust that, fine-tune that adjustment, whereas here with these holes, I find that this is just slightly too loose for me. I kind of like my watches a little bit more tighter because I don't like how it moves throughout the day. And if I go one kind of smaller, it actually gets too tight and this kind of digs into my wrist. So because then this clasp, it doesn't really move, and it's long and a little bit rigid. It does tend to dig into your wrist throughout the day. So I would say, to me overall, the bracelet quality is really nice. It's just the fit is really going to work for some and not as well for others. Otherwise, really love this watch. Gets a lot of compliments. I really like the look. I like that it looks slimmer. It's really light. I actually like the bezel action on this. I know some don't. I kind of really like this kind of clicking. So I actually find myself turning this bezel a lot more than some of my other watches. I will say, obviously, the Black V58 has probably the best bezel action, but in my mind, this is pretty good. So I would say I don't wear this watch so often on the bracelet. So I wanted to show you some of the other straps I put this on. I have the NATO. This is pretty much like the Omega NATO. However, this one's from Bark & Jack. It looks really nice on this watch. I also have a version of this on this other watch where it's kind of a Velcro version. I sometimes put this on that watch as well. So with the bracelet off, let's take a look at some other strap options that work well. So I really like this army style canvas strap on here. It looks really good, really tooly, more military style. I tend to wear this watch on the weekend on this strap. It is a bit of a dress down, but I think it works really well with this matte and the brown. This is kind of how it looks on the wrist. My other go-to is sometimes this mustard strap. I won't put it on for now because I need the actual spring bars for this, but I think this is another look that works well with this watch. This kind of mustard yellow. And of course, the Bond NATO works really well with this. This one's from Bark & Jack. And then last, maybe this is a little bit more divisive, but I have this red strap. I think it kind of matches the red writing on the dial. It's a little bit louder than the others, but I think it really works well as well. Just on the red strap. So it matches that seconds hand and that red writing. So overall, pretty happy with the watch. I agree with some of the criticisms. I wish the bracelet articulated a little bit better. I wish it was priced a little bit closer to the regular Seamaster. Like I said, I wouldn't buy this new at retail. I bought this used, and I'd recommend someone pick this up used if they were going to. It is slimmer, it's very light, and very nice watch to look at. Thank you.